Alright, what's up everybody? This is Zacharias here. We're back with more of Avernum 3 Ruin World. We're going to explore Tevrono here, and then I'm going to do some of these quests, because the golems right now are pretty strong. I mean, they've been taking out Zelena very well. So I'm going to do some quests first, and bulk up a little bit. Maybe this Matic Island will help me out. And I have to find this cult wherever that is. What are some of these other ones, though? Where is this freaking town, though? The Black Crack stuff I'm not worried about right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and explore Tevrono. The only town that has held up well against the golems. You meet Tevrono's weaponsmith. She is almost frantically busy, struggling to keep up with the endless demands of the soldiers here. I'm Tenuta, she says breathlessly. You look over her work. It's very good. Why are you so busy? Helping keep Bazaron's troops supplied. Can purchase some things too. I still have some of my old stock. You should talk to the general. I'm sure he wants to see you. Bazaron's troops must be busy. General Bazaron has figured out how the golems move and act, and he figures out ways to kill them. It's an honor to supply his troops. I make the weapons and I repair them when I have the time. You do good work. Can you craft something for me? Sorry, too busy. If you were helping the general, it'd be different. Tenuta is frantically busy, struggling to keep up with the demands of her job. She spends time talking to you, but she doesn't really want to. Let's trade. Tenuta used to be a merchant and weaponsmith before the war with the golem started. She still has some of her stock from those happier times. Okay, well, I got money for practically none of it, but I'd like to sell something. Yeah, we definitely need to get a little bit out of anything. Woo, what a relief. She gets back to work. Okay, understandable. Body parts from destroyed golems have been thrown here. Some of the components look like they might be worth money. Though you are foreigners, the soldiers recognize you as fellow warriors against the Scourge's attack in Avernum. The soldiers here are competent and competent. They happily trade tales of battle with you. They tell you about the golems. The constructs are deadly and relentless. Only General Bazaron of Tevrono has any luck holding them back. They suggest that you talk to him. His office is in the northeast corner of the fort. Northeast corner, huh? General Bazaron takes the scroll and opens it. Sounds like Lorelei is holding its own against the giants. Good. We certainly have no forces to spare. He tips you some silver for your troubles. General Bazron collects all the letters from Gale. Ha! More time wasting messages from Posy, urging me to stop actually winning the war. He tips you a pouch of coins and he dumps letters into the fire unread. You meet a full general of the Empire Army. You stare at each other. It's a tense moment. Then he stands and firmly shakes your hand. I am General Bazron. Welcome to Tevrono, a Vernite. His voice is deep and rough, his skin scarred and sunburnt. He is a man who has spent most of his life outdoors, much fit in combat. I've met Dervish Bruskrud of Lorelei. She said that I should find you. He smiles. I know. My soldiers make sure I know what I need to. I'm glad you made it here. You have done much for Avernum. I hope I can convince you to do more. I met some of your people on a bridge to the south. I helped them with the golem ambush. Ah, yes, a new golem tactic, the water approach. They start using these new tricks sometimes. I will soon have a retort for this, some sort of trap or ambush, and we will no longer be vulnerable. But where are my manners? Thank you for saving my people. It is a surprising and unexpected kindness, especially coming from an Avernite. You know that I am an Avernite and it does not bother you? No, at first I thought that the golems might be the work of your kind, but I fought you in the Avernum War, and I came, in some small way, to know you. You are disloyal to the Empire. You are foes, but you are not monsters. You would not make those things. And since we have a common foe in the golems, I will work with you. What are your responsibilities in Avernum? He sighs. It has fallen to me to lead our forces against the monsters. We, I'm afraid, are their only effective opposition. How goes your fight with golems? He chuckles. The golems are lethal foes. However, they have their weaknesses. I have developed tactics against them. This is good, as we're the only people in Monroe Province who have had any luck opposing them. Why isn't there opposition from the other towns in Monroe Province? He frowns. Those fools in Gale. They don't realize that golems are a different foe from humans or Nephilim, and they need different tactics. We out here in Tevrono have been the only troops who've had any luck against those things. You don't have much respect for the leadership in Gale. 'Tis not wise to criticize the leadership in Gale too strongly, but they won't listen to us and they won't support us. That's the reason I wanted to speak with you. Tell us that example. The golems are not smart like living things. They act only in a certain way, and they can't adapt to new situations. So if we study how they behave in a situation, we can find a weakness in their tactics, and they can't figure out how to deal with it. For example, consider how they bombard our walls. How do they bombard your walls? They approach within 80 feet, throw fireballs and ice bolts, and flee. However, we sneak up behind them and attack. Just when they're firing over the walls, it takes them a long time to react. They're smashed by then. If the fools in Gale saw this, the war would go much differently. But that's not the reason I wanted to speak with you. Why did you wish to speak with me? We're doing all right against the golems, but we need help. We're chopping at them and slowing them down, but we don't have the strength to find and assault their source. You would like me to find and assault the source of the golems. I've heard of you. You've had luck infiltrating and destroying the enemy's fortresses. I would like you to do the same thing here. I can't tell you where the golems are coming from, but I can tell you one valuable fact. What can you tell me about the golems? There are mountains to the southeast. Far up in them lives a mage. He visited us, flying down from the sky like a bird. He said someone should go up to see him. He knows much about the golems. Why he wanted us to go up there, we don't know. But I thought you might want to know. You may be our only hope against golems. Why didn't you send someone to visit this man yourself? He lives at the top of a tall cliff. He can fly. None of my men can. General Bazron says, what else do you wish to know? How can we work to destroy more monsters? Though the general is an Empire dervish, he is unusually polite to you, considering where you are from. Are there any other things I can do to help you out? I'm a practical man. I never turn in an offer of assistance in a difficult situation. He thinks. South of here, there is a bridge spanning a river. West of there, across the water, there is a band of golem scouts. I believe they are watching our movements and using the information against us. I don't know how, but if you could destroy them, it would set my mind at ease. What are your responsibilities in Avernum? Why did you wish to speak with me? What tactics do you use against golems? Tactics that are good for small bands of soldiers. Probably nothing that'll help you, but I'll give you one example of how we've been able to defeat them. It's unrelated to the reason I wanted to speak with you. Can you give me any supplies to help battle the golems? No, we barely have enough to keep fighting here. Can I get any training here? We don't have much time to help outsiders, I'm afraid. We only have time to spare for those we fight with. Shoulder to shoulder. I'll be going now. Bazaron nods. Good hunting. Your kind and ours have been enemies, but now we fight the same fight. Let's go ahead and train up real quick. We'll do that and that, that and that. The podium bears several dozen books on tactics, some of them written by General Bazaron himself. They look like they've been heavily read and reread by the soldiers here. You find a series of accounts and records kept by General Bazaron. They chart the course of the war with the golems. He has had remarkable success, but only on defense. He writes frequently and bitterly of his lack of sufficient strength to find and assault their fortress. The man sits alone in the empty inn, working on a map. He is the only unarmed man you have seen in this entire town. I am Poulsbo. Nice to see civilians. Why are you sitting in here alone? I'm a map maker. I'm stranded here, I'm afraid. How'd you get stranded? He sighs. I've been here for months. I came here on a map making trip just before the golems made a major advance and encircled Tevrono. Now I probably can't get away without risking death. So I just sit here, wait, and make maps. What are your maps of? He cheers up. That's my trade. I've been making maps of the area to help Bazaron and his troops. If you want, you can purchase a map of Monroe Province. What do you think of Bazaron? The only general who's had any success against the golems. You should see him. He's a hero. What happened to this inn? Closed. The owner fled. You can rest in one of the back rooms if you want. Is that map for sale? Sure, I'll have to charge you though. A full map of Monroe Province is 50 coins. I'll take it. You pay Osmo and get a map in return. Maybe I can use my money to bribe a patrol and get an escort out of here. Monroe Province is now detailed on your world map. You have a full map of Avernum now? Oh, duh, I could have, damn it, I could have just paid it. Look at the map here to find the Poulsbo worms. Yeah, do we have a full map here? We got 3 quests we can do up here at Black Crag. Dragon research, so that's going to be a bit. Bolt clearance. Take care of that. Matic Island. I think we can only get to it through Gale, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to worry about resting. I wonder if she's going to have different dialogue now, though. Since I'm now helping out the general. I've agreed to fight for General Bazron. You do good work. Can you craft something for me? Too new to size. Another job. I'll never sleep again, but fine. If Bazron thinks you're that useful, I can craft weapons for you. Can you craft armor and weapons for me? I can. If the general respects you, so do I. My best patterns require at least 8 pieces of the finest steel and 3 focusing crystals for building and holding power. Also, I've recently found a way to treat a steel breastplate using the juices of a fresh squeezed Gazer eye stalk. If you locate a quality eye stalk, I can make remarkable armor. Okay. We don't have a lot. Oh. Oh, get out of here. Now think about it, do I have a full map now? But I can complete that one quest if I do. I do want to clear out some quests this time before I take on the Golem Plague. Map of Avernum. Okay, so Spine Ridge. Oh, come on, really? Heck, damn it. Okay, at least there's no fire ones here. So I can just do that. This is why I want to get some quests done before I take these on, because they can do a lot of damage to you. Let's head back to Spine Bridge, though, and... What is this town, though? This is a patrol of Empire soldiers. These poor souls have really seen the worst of it. Their armor, and in some cases their skin, have been exposed to bursts of fire and magical energy. Some of their shields are charred or even partially melted. Yeah, they recognize me, blah, blah, blah. A full map of Avernum. You show owls on the maps of Avernum you have collected. He eagerly makes quick, rough copies of them. Thank you. Oh, thank you. She pays you a generous pouch of coins. I will make sure other officials find out how useful you have been. Okay, so we got that cleared out. Ooh. Oh, return life, nice. So the only reason why I didn't read all that is because, I mean, we've already seen those stone circles already. Let's clear up the shading here for now. Poulsbo worms. Where the heck are these worms at? Okay, they're down by Lorelei. They're over by Lorelei? I did not even see Poulsbo. Okay, I don't want to go back to that sussy inn again. A group of giant scouts spot you. They start to draw their weapons and approach, but then they see that you aren't troglodytes. They run away and their huge legs move them too fast for you to catch them. To be fair, I already beaten them, so it's not like I wanted to fight them anyway. We find a human settlement out here, way in the middle of nowhere. The people are healthy looking and well armed for farmers. They all have swords, bows, or improvised spears. Their crops seem to be thriving. When they see that you aren't monsters, they wait for you to approach. When you get close to the village, you notice that several of the humans have snuck around behind you. You look closer and see that the walls of the village are decorated with human bones. You try to back away, but they don't let you. Doesn't surprise me, we got bandits. But we already have the perfect response to bandits. See, this fight is almost over because they're not nearly on my level right now. See, that's what y'all get. You search the village. You find a variety of trinkets and coins, and the mage who led them had a scroll in his pack. You're skeptical about eating their food. You find a bizarre shrine filled with bones and angular symbols. It's very creepy. You leave. I'm gonna hazard a guess this was a cultist or cannibal-like village. This is a small hill giant village about a half a mile away. You edge closer, careful to keep concealed, and see it's just one small clan. They live in a few crude huts. A fast, careful assault could probably wipe them out. You sneak out of the hills, hoping to catch the small village by surprise. Their ogre guards, however, see you as you approach. The whole giant clan turns out in order to help repulse you. Ah, yes, whole clan of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and was 8 members here to repulse me. Although, to be fair, that would be tedious if you had, like, several NPCs trying to attack you at once. But we are definitely strong enough to take on the giants, so it's no problem for me at all. Oh, I just want to find the village of Poulsbo. I'm surprised that I missed it. Where is this thing village at? Patrol giant gets close enough to see that you aren't troglodytes, and they wander off. Now that they have resumed their war with their ancient foes, they don't want to waste their strength on fighting humans. Okay, so I went too far south. Where the heck is this village at? I'm so confused right now. Okay, this is Lorelei. This was Appleton. What do you mean walking to? This is the Dryad Grove. Oh wow, did I really just not go to this one entirely? Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and exterminate some worms then. Although we'll still explore this town just to. Okay, that was kind of confusing as hell though. Where this town was. I thought I covered all of them. At least I didn't waste time going like north, south, or anything like that, just trying to look for this stuff. Although, yeah, I probably should have just remembered that, because in both the first Avernum game and also the second one, and of course, obviously this one, the quest location is going to tell you where it's at, so... Oh, there's Foxfire, nice. He's still traveling from town to town. I didn't even realize I even had this option. Faith of the Yanama. Okay, just a generic innkeeper. Every bit of money helps, even though we had to steal it. You meet an Empire soldier. Although he still wears his chainmail, he clearly has not swung a sword for years. He is small, old, and twisted, with pale, chalky skin and a cold gaze. I'm Commander Daltrey. Greetings, Commander. He smiles thinly. Greetings, you have arrived. Welcome to our beleaguered village. I wish to speak with you, Avernite. How did you know that I am an Avernite? I was privileged to practice my craft on many of your people during the Avernum War. What craft was that? His face twitches slightly. I am an interrogator. Sounds like an unpleasant line of work. I get answers from prisoners by whatever means are necessary. Sounds nasty. Nasty, but necessary. Until the giants stopped attacking us, the information I obtained saved numerous lives. Commander Daltrey looks old and tired. You notice that his chainmail has lots of small, rusty patches. What do you think of the possibility of the Vernites returning to the surface? He thinks about this. The odds are better than you might think. What do you mean? Empress Prozac is better inclined towards your kind than others, like me, who would want her to be. Like me, would want her to be. If her views don't get her assassinated, you might find her willing to turn a friendly ear to you. Where is she? I've heard tell that she is in Blackcrack Fortress at the north end of Avernum. From there, she is trying to find a way to stop the monster plagues. Good luck getting to see her, though. The fortress is sealed, cutting Avernum off from the rest of the Empire. Can I do anything to make life easier for your village? There is a job which requires intelligence, which I have, and a strong force, which I do not. There is a force of giant spies or infiltrators hiding close to Poulsbo. They're close. I don't know how close. Find them and kill them. I will reward you. Okay, so not only do we have to kill some worms, we also have to kill some spies, clearly. Another Mary. Yep, another Mary. And a generic chef. Alright, what's in here, though? There is a narrow open space in the middle of the town walls. Maybe the builders meant to put something in here. Then it was walled off. There is a sour vinegar smell in the air, and your boots stick to slime on the floor underneath. Something managed to sneak in. Whoop. We got some worms. Oh, I definitely want these no bugs said, though. Okay, I think we took care of the Poulsbo worms. But I'm pretty sure that's where the giant spies are going to be. Yep. Do a freaking stun on me. Get out of here with that. Oh, please. Find steel wayblade. Ah, I'll sell that. Okay, well, that was an easy couple of quests to take care of right there. I just didn't know where Poulsbo was for the longest time, and at least I didn't have to go searching forever. I found some bugs hiding in a crawl space in the city walls. Oh, that's nice, I guess, but there are still giants hiding out there. There were giant warriors hiding in a pit outside the city walls. They are dead. Thank you for your help. We are poor here, so I can only pay you in knowledge, but I think I can tell you something which will help you. Daltrey spends some time explaining which are the more vulnerable and delicate parts of the human body, and where to strike someone to cause great pain. It is unpleasant knowledge, but it increases your skills. Okay, at least we completed that. Unpleasant knowledge indeed. You tell the tale of your battle against the worms. Ruskrud nods. Nasty, nasty pests. In fairness, I must give you larger bounty. He gives you large pouch of coins and a scroll tube. Okay, nothing that's going to really help us out. Or at least at this point, since we're pretty strong. Giant attacks have done great damage to Lorelei and nearby villages. The help of mercenaries is needed to keep them safe and secure. The village of Appleton was recently lost to an unexpected and devastating giant attack. The town must be reclaimed. First, however, the leader of the raiding party, a powerful shaman, must be slain. Dervish Frostgrud will give the valuable bounty to whoever can slay this foe. Well, I got good news for you. I already did that in a previous part. You tell the exciting tale of your victory in Appleton. Excellent. We will move quickly to retake that outpost. I will pay you well. You have earned it. She gives you a plain pair of gloves. Ooh, that's good for my age, actually. Yep. We could actually put this on her, too. Yeah, that'll take a little weight off for her, too. I think we pretty much completed all the quests for Lorelei, it looks like. Energy elixir recipe. I wonder if it can tell me how to get in there, though. Let me go back here. Okay, this is where we go for dragon research. Okay, how do we do this quest for... We have to get into... Okay, so we have to... into the Library of Gale somehow. Oh, maybe it is the Scribane lady from back here. I heard you might know how to get into the Library of Gale. She thinks, oh yes, the Librarian of Gale came here often. He traded a key to the library for some herb. You can have ownership of it for only 5,000 coins. It does me no good. 5,000 coins? Surely can bring that price down a little. Surely I can't. There are some people who pay dearly for access to the library. If you won't, they will. Now leave me to my dealings. Dang it. Oh, well, obviously we definitely need a lot more money. As you pass through the courtyard, you hear whispering. You look around and see some townsfolk watching you. They turn away, trying to disguise that they recognize you. Ooh boy. Someone shouts, "There, the spy!" Suddenly, Gale guards surround you. They draw their weapons, massive greatswords and halberds, and demand that you come with them. There are too many of them for you to fight. You surrender. They take you to City Hall and throw you into a foul-smelling cell. The door is locked and barred. Fortunately, they don't take your equipment. You find a secret door in the cell wall. It's not very well concealed. It's as if they wanted you to be able to escape. The tunnel on the other side is thick with a ripe, decaying smell. Okay, so even the guards in Gale oppose the leadership, but they have to follow orders. So I totally get that. You crawl through the tunnel heading towards the light in the distance. In doing so, you have to slide down a steep incline. You soon emerge at the base of Gale's walls. Unfortunately, you aren't able to climb back up. Okay, so if I get captured again, we can just easily escape again. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and head over to Matic Island, though. Message to Rack. A letter has been addressed to this board. It is addressed to Rack. It's still alive. That is the sum total of the address given. Not terribly helpful. Okay, well, let's see if we can, if he's available on the map at least. It doesn't look like it. Okay, let's go ahead. You find your skiff at the end of the dock. It would be a very short trip across the blasted island to the south. Row across. Row the skiff across a dark, ruined island. With some effort, you're able to find a secure place to dock it. A crumbling pier in a small, ruined town. Exica. Okay. So, I'm almost fairly confident this is where we would go for Matic Island. Okay. Let me go ahead and save the game right here, and I'll see you all soon with the next part.